You're a sap, Mr. Jap. To make a Yankee cranky, you're a sap, Mr. Jap. Uncle Sam is gonna spanky. Wait and see before we're done. The A, B, C, and D will sink your rising sun. You're a sap, Mr. Jap. You don't know Uncle Sammy when he fights for...
Dear Hitler, I wrote you a letter, and I used the new address you said. But Moscow returned it this morning with a word written on it in red. It's a word I've been hearing quite often, and I know just how much it hurts. You've heard it yourself from the British. Dear Adolf, that word was nurse. I'm writing again for a favor, although I feel sure it's no use.
But we'd feel a little surer that we really knew our Führer if the answer to these problems we could find. So, does Adolf wear pajamas or a nightshirt? Does he take his teeth out when he goes to bed? Is that unruly lock of hair a detachable affair, which he hangs up on the bedpost overhead?
Think a cyclone struck him when we're through it. We'll take that double-crosser to the old woodshed. We'll start right on his bottom and we'll go to his head. When we get done with him, he'll wish that he was dead. We've got to slap a dirty little Jap. Uncle Sam's a man who's given a helping hand to many a foreign land. Don't forget it.
Disorder, when the Führer says he is the master race, we Heil, Heil, right in the Führer's face. Not to love the Führer is a great disgrace, so we Heil, Heil, right in the Führer's face.
He's 1A in the army, and he's A1 in my heart. He's gone to help the country that helped him to get a start. I love him so because I know he wants to do his part. For he's 1A in the army, and he's A1 in my heart. And just in case you're quizzical, I'm gonna tell you now.
Who is that man with the big cigar, whose greatest friend is the USSR? He's known around from near and far. That actor man with the big cigar, he puffs away every night and day with a twinkle in his eye. And all the while, behind that smile lurks many an untold lie. Down Whitehall Way. Here's Lady Winterbottom sung to her husband. I love the Bolshevikis, the lovely Bolshevikis. I'm telling you, Ducky, they're very nice. I'm going Bolsheviki. Let's all go Bolsheviki. They're lovely people, Ducky. Take my advice. Mayfair goes... Listen to the BBC, BBC, BBC. Listen to the BBC, tra-la-la-la-la. Who's preaching world democracy, democracy, democracy? Who wants to make free people free, tra-la-la-la-la. First they won the war in France.
And England shall be free. If England means as much to you as England means to me. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see. There'll be love
Suspension lines were tied in knots around his skinny bones. The canopy became his shroud. He hurtled to the ground, and he ain't gonna jump no more. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Speaking to you direct from San Francisco.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Drew Pearson, Paris. The war is now practically over on the Western Front, officially. Here is the inside story of how it was accomplished without declaring VE Day. When the German leaders refused to deal with the Russians or surrender to them, someone in the Western High Command surrendered to the Russians. There was no reason why they couldn't surrender front by front. In other words, the German commander facing General Devers along the River Elbe could surrender to him. And the German commander facing Marshal Montgomery along the Hamburg-Bremen front could surrender also to him. These fronts have been divided up at the demand of the Russians.
I will get to the point. The Fuhrer has authorized me to pay you well to broadcast and write for us.
Listen, Doctor, I've been approached on that matter ever since my capture last September.
I know,
But you forget that I already have an employer, the United Press.
You forget, Mr. Beatty, that you are a prisoner of war. The Germans have dealt lenient with you for 5 months. Surely you must realize there are ways in which we can, shall we say, persuade you.
Not from the way the war's going for you Germans. My answer's the same. I have no information to offer, other than what the regulations require, my name and serial number.
The war is far from over, Mr. Beatty.
This is January 1945. Your country, battered by air and land, is waging a hopeless three-front war.
Well, perhaps we cannot drive the Anglo-Americans out of France, but they will never penetrate the fatherland. When the spring thaw comes, they will launch a mighty offensive against the Russians and roll up their last-ditch armies.
You haven't stopped them yet. But assuming you did, what will the Americans be doing in the meanwhile?
Once we crush the Russians, we will force England and America into a compromise peace.